AC 625, runway 18 right, clear for takeoff. 625, 18 right, clear for takeoff. AC 625, turn right at Q40, connect to block 4. AC 625, crossing Yankee, 218, left right. AC 691, crossing 18 left, down, 18 right.
For the past 15 years, Microsoft Flight Simulator has led the industry as the best-selling entertainment title of all time, selling more than 10 million units worldwide in more than 70 different countries. Now, Microsoft introduces Flight Simulator 98, the most significant upgrade in franchise history.
Everybody's interested in flight one way or another, whether they're amazed by it, whether they want to participate in it, whether they just want to watch it. There's something about flight.
The first thing we do when we're going to release a new version is we go back to our customers and we find out what they're looking for.
Microsoft's Flight Simulator 98 has more planes and more places to fly. 8 planes, the highest number in any civilian flight simulator for the personal computer, can fly over 3,000 airports and to more than 45 cities around the world.
The whole point of Flight Simulator is that it's extendable. Microsoft keeps pouring more and more stuff into it, but there's always something that other people want beyond that.
When I first learned Flight Simulator, I didn't even have a joystick. I did all my flying from just the keyboard. But since then, I evolved to a joystick and then a yoke and then this huge cockpit you see here.
There has been a huge community around this product from the very beginning that has built add-on scenery, add-on aircraft, adventures, things that you can plug into the product to make it more than it is.
For the first time, Flight Simulator 98 incorporates the Bell 206B Jet Ranger 3. It provides basic helicopter lessons to help pilots learn the fundamentals of helicopter flight. The flight model for the Bell Jet Ranger has been validated by Flight Safety International, which shows how much care has been taken by the flight sim crew to make flying the helicopter as challenging as it is in real life.
It went in because customers wanted it. They said that they wanted it. They told us at various shows, we want something new. As we tweaked the model, polished it, and then tested it, we felt very confident and comfortable putting that product in as an equal amongst all the other aircraft.
Flight Simulator 98 continues to push PC technology, adding support for direct 3D acceleration, MMX technology, force feedback support for joystick controls, and free multiplayer gaming over Microsoft's Internet Gaming Zone. These enhancements provide a more exciting experience and a richer environment for Flight Simulator pilots.
Users for the first time will be able to have a sense of touch when they're flying. And in addition to that, just like you mentioned, we also have multiplayer over the internet. That's going to be fantastic for Flight Simulator because a lot of people are going to be now flying together. I can have you and a group of your friends flying in, and we can all meet at the Paris Eiffel Tower at 3 p.m. London time, and at that time you'll be flying, I'll be flying, and we'll see all the planes coming there at the same time. So now we're recreating a virtual world where people can fly together.
So all of a sudden the skies that were empty are now crowded with aircraft from all over the world.
I can even envision people forming aerobatic teams and flying, doing formation flying and so forth, and they don't have to be in the same city or the same house. They can be literally all over the world.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 98 is the result of strategic partnerships in all areas of aviation. Licensed pilots make up more than 25% of all registered users. These pilots have been an excellent source for Microsoft over the years for obtaining feedback for flight simulator upgrades.
All through the development, we've had pilots as well as non-pilots working on that. I think that's part of our success. In order to make a simulation that really shows you how to fly a plane and gets the right feel for it, you've got to have pilots who know what it feels like to fly the plane.
Pilots like Patty Wagstaff, 3-time aerobatic champion, consulted with Microsoft to ensure accurate flight simulation.
One of their airplanes on the flight sim is my airplane, the 300S, and it's not just a 300S, it's actually my airplane with me in the cockpit, and so when you fly the plane, you're flying my airplane, and when you crash it, you're crashing my airplane.
Aircraft manufacturers like Learjet, Cessna, and Flight Safety International provided significant specifications for each flight model.
To have our new 182 with its new performance and new specifications incorporated into Flight Simulator means that now the audience that's out there of the millions of Flight Simulator users will now have a chance to know where Cessna and where General Aviation are really headed today with new products.
My experience in observing our test pilots and aerodynamics engineers validate this software convinced me that this product is truly as real as it gets. They've worked very hard, very diligently to make Flight Simulator 98 truly represent the real aircraft.
Flight schools like Flight Safety International have validated and endorsed each flight model.
If you want to teach unusual attitudes, why not sit down in front of the monitor and show the student exactly what you're talking about and show them the recovery, as opposed to try to explain it over a 3-hour period on a blackboard.
One of our challenges in Microwings' mission statement is to get Flight Simulator to be recognized that it is a real simulator. This is a product that not only is entertaining, but it is real.
The partnerships make Microsoft Flight Simulator 98 the most realistic civilian aviation experience for the personal computer, ensuring the exact specifications of each aircraft.
I think one of the things that really certifies this as being truly not just another game is when you get endorsements of companies like Learjet and Cessna, and you have people like Patty Wagstaff telling you that it feels like flying her real plane.
There's so many things that enrich the activity and that the hobbyist can create on his or her own and add to the whole mix. I think that's the real strength of the product. So it starts with realism, and the fact that it is the world is what really makes it so special.
The purpose of these strategic partnerships is just to bring the level of realism of Microsoft Flight Simulator to a level where it has never been before. We think that by working directly with the aircraft manufacturers, we can deliver the most realistic flight models possible on the PC. And that's what we want to deliver. At the end of the day, our users want to feel as if they're flying a real plane.
I would recommend it to anybody that wants to learn about aerobatics to buy Flight Sim and to practice and train in it, and in between lessons too, to reinforce what you've learned. I wish I'd had access to something like this when I was learning aerobatics.
Moving closer to reality, Microsoft's Flight Simulator 98, aviation's best PC simulator, gets better with age, offering more reality and more fun.
It's tough to beat. That's all there is to it.
It's exactly the same as it is in an airplane.
I certainly never expected it to get as big as it has.